Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming. And today we are finally back. Excuse me, I'm just getting my phone out so I can take pictures of things. We're finally back with doubles. We're finally back in general. I did take a week off just to recollect my mind and get my life back in order, but we should be back now. So today we're actually here with a team that originally was going to be a Mega Abomasnow team, but for some reason I didn't go that route. I don't know what ended up happening here, but we are going with Mega Scissor and Slowking. Excuse me. For those of you who didn't know, Slowking and Slowbro are actually fairly decent trick room setters because they have the ability Oblivious, so they can't get taunted or encored. So that's really nice. Get one of those problems out of the way so we don't have to run Mental Herb on them. But then they are weak to the electricity, which there are a lot of Thunderous around. But I figured Mega Scissor and Slowking, kind of cover each other very well because Slowking is resistant to fire, whereas a Scissor resists stuff. I don't think he resists anything that Slowking's weak to. Now that I think about, grass. I guess that's the only thing. But yeah, why did I use Mega Scissor? It's supposed to be Mega Abomasnow because like Slowking resists fighting and fire and that kind of stuff. But we've got Mega Scissor instead. We also have Tyranitar, Rotom Heat, Hariyama, and Amoonguss. So we're gonna get into this battle before I question my life choices any further. And we're going to see what we can get for doubles time here. We might have to jump to the battle. Apparently not. 15-17 rated player from Japan. Let's see what my opponent's bringing today. I see a Togetic, I think. Yeah, Togetic, Lapras, Gengar, Kangaskhan, Rotom Heat of his own, and also Sableye. So I'm going to want to bring Hariyama and Slowking. He could lead Sableye, which would be a problem. But I think we should be fine in the long run. I'm thinking of bringing my own Rotom Heat here. And then it's between Tyranitar, Scissor, and Amoonguss. I kind of want to go Scissor, but then again, I kind of want to go Amoonguss. Though we could go Tyranitar for the Gengar. I'm going to go Tyranitar. I'm going to go with Serenita, because we didn't really have a good thing for Gengar quite yet. I mean, Slowking, but... you know. So we'll see what my opponent ends up bringing. I'm thinking you bring Sableye Kangaskhan, maybe, to lead. Sableye Gengar. So going to probably go with one of these two being the Mega. I'd rather it if my Hariyama didn't get Will-O-Wisp, because I think we're Thick Fat Hariyama, are we not? I haven't used this Hariyama in a long time. Is it Thick Fat or is it Guts? It is Guts, so I can actually stay in here, which is fine by me. So what I'm going to do is knock off the Sableye. I could just go for Psychic to go for the knockout on Gengar, which I'm just going to go for Trick Room. Because Slowking isn't looking too hot here. Two Ghost, one of them being Ghost Dark. We see the taunt, but I am oblivious, so not aware of the Oblivions. And he actually goes for the Perish Song. Alrighty. I'm going to knock off the Sableye. It's going to get rid of the Focus Sash. Interesting item for Sableye to have. And we get the Trick Room up. So I think this Gengar is just going to straight up protect here. So I'm going to go for Stone Edge on the Sableye. I'm also going to Scald it. Just expecting the protect from the Gengar. Actually, it just withdraws the Sableye. What's he go into? Rotom Heat. That is not going to appreciate what we just did to it. So it's going to, we're going to see Gengar protect here. I get the Scald off with the Slowking. Not going to knock out Rotom Heat. But Stone Edge connects, so that's going to knock him out. So just obliterating the Rotom Heat instantly. Alright, so Perish Song's going to drop on all of our Pokemon here. We're going to see the Sableye come back out. So Sableye might try to stop one of our Pokemon from hitting the Gengar by using Fake Out, but I'm just going to double into the Gengar here. Match is going to be forfeited. Apparently taking out his Rotom-E was a little too much for him. He must have not had Fake Out on Sableye then, because you'd Fake Out the Slowking at that point and hope Gengar can survive a knockoff from a Hariyama, which I think it could, just because it's Mega Gengar. And then you just had to make sure Gengar survived the turn, and then it would have been looking good. But if it hadn't, then I could switch both my Pokemon out, and then we would be outside of Perish Song. So it was weird that Gengar had Perish Song, because there wasn't really good ways to trap my Pokemon in. It wasn't a Perish team. That might have been normal Kangaskhan. You'll see that on Perish Song sometimes, or Perish teams. But here is a more typical team. I did miss Volcarona. So Kangaskhan, Landorus, Thundurus, Melodic, Volcarona, and Aegislash. So Tyranitar looks really good here. But I want to lead Hariyama Slowking again. Tyranitar in the back for sure. And then we have to figure out what to do for our last Pokemon. And I think it's going to be Rotom Heat. It could also be a Mungus, though. I'm inclined to go Rotom Heat just because of the Volcarona. But then we're weak to Melodic. I think a Mungus does better against Melodic, and that's our biggest thing we have to worry about, because I don't really have anything else to deal with it. So that's why we're going to Mungus instead of Rotom. So I think we're bringing the same team, if I'm not mistaken. Kangaskhan, Aegislash versus Slowking and Hariyama. So what I can do here is just close combat the Kangaskhan. Will my Slowking underspeed an Aegislash? Or will it overspeed an Aegislash? Because I kind of want to just Fire Blast the thing. I'm going to Trick Room. I'm going to Trick Room, and then we'll figure out who's faster and who's not. Because I think he fakes out Hariyama and Shadow Ball into the Slowking is what I think happens. That's what I think. It's probably not what I know. He's actually just going to straight up return, probably into Slowking. Yep. Going to try and take out Slowking here. Do I have Citrus on Slowking? I do. I do have Citrus on Slowking. I thought I did. And then we see Aegislash going first here. And it is going to Shadow Ball. I think we live that. Yeah, we live it on 4. So special defense is going to drop. And close combat's going to get off. So that should knock out the Kangaskhan, which it does. So I could have faked out Kangaskhan that turn and saved some heartache for poor Slowking here. But we're going to get that Trick Room up either way. So pretty risky there. But had I used Fake Out and he faked out my Slowking, we'd be looking not as good. Okay, so Volcarona actually comes out here. So what I'm going to do is Stone Edge the Volk, Fire Blast the Aegislash. Probably should have went for Scald. Just in case Stone Edge misses. Yeah, he's going to protect anyway. King Shield. As long as Stone Edge connects here, yeah, we're good. This should knock out as long as it's not Focus Sash, and it's not. We are just running through teams with just these two, Slowking and Hariyama. And we should be able to fit in one more battle here. Typically, I want to just do 2 because it's doubles time, so it's like 2 battles. And Landorus is actually going to come in here, so he's going to get the Intimidate, which I don't appreciate on Hariyama. So I'm actually going to switch my Hariyama out for Amoonguss. And I'm going to... I could Fire Blast the H-Slash again, but I think I'm just going to Scald here. Match is going to be forfeited. Nobody wants to get these hands. So we did 2 4-0 so far today because of forfeits. I mean, I'm not saying they would have ended up as 4-0s. I'm pretty sure Slowking would have went down that turn, because I don't know that Scald would have knocked out Landorus. I also don't know if we underspeed Aegislash. That is something I need to look for before Thursday. But yeah, as of right now, this team is womping houses. So we're going to get one final battle for you guys here, as long as it's not just a straight forfeit again. And we're going to have 1567 rated player from Japan. From Japan. With Sylveon, Kangaskhan, Heatran, Amoonguss, Thundurus, Landorus. I think we can just go Slowking Hariyama. Tyranitar. And Skizzy. Let's go with Skizzy this time. I don't have Superpower on the Scissor. I kind of want it now. I took it off for Feint, because I want to try and get better with Feint tactics, but Superpower would just be so much better here. We only have Hariyama to hit that Heatran, because my Tyranitar doesn't have anything super effective either. So I kind of expect the Heatran to actually show up here. I probably should have brought Rotom Heat for the Amoonguss, but alas, I didn't do that either. So let's see what my opponent leads with. It is Heatran Sylveon. So Heatran's looking good for the Slowking here. So all I'm going to do is Trick Room and fake out the Sylveon. I'll just fake out the Sylveon. Yeah, the Heatran really can't do anything here, so I'm not too worried about it right now. Detect Sylveon. Alright. Alrighty then. Heatran goes for the substitute. Very nice play there. I was worried about Heatran. I just realized I have Slowking. I don't have to worry about it. So I got Trick Room up. Now, does he have Protect on this Heatran? Because I could just double into the Heatran and get rid of it. And then I wouldn't have to worry about Sylveon. So I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to Scald, Close Combat the Heatran. He shouldn't Protect here, because he thinks I'm too worried about Sylveon right now. But good play getting the sub up right in my face. Going to withdraw the Sylveon here. Go into Landorus maybe? No, Amoonguss. Does not Protect, so this thing should be dead. Surprisingly, he switched out that Sylveon. Maybe expecting Scizor to come in? Let's see if we can take Close Combat from a Hariyama. It cannot. So Heatran is down and out already. So I don't have to worry about keeping Hariyama around as much. Maybe just in case he's got Kangaskhan, I'll save it. But I'm not super worried about it. Who's coming in here? It is the Sylveon again. So here I'm just going to Psychic the Amoonguss. I'm going to switch Hari out for Skiz. For the Skiz. For the Scissor. Because Scissor should be able to take a Hyper Voice fine. And then it's just where Amoonguss wants a Spore. Yeah, because Psychic's only doing 50%. He actually Giga Drains my Slowking. So that's fine. So that's fine. And then maybe a Hyper Voice from Sylveon. Or Shadow Ball? No, Hyper Voice. Slowking should be able to take that. Yep. So we'll get a Citrus Berry going. Then I assume I'm going to Psychic the Amoonguss. I'll Mega Evolve the Scissor here. And Protect. And Protect. Because I assume the Amoonguss Rage Powders and then the Sylveon Hyper Voices again. Sorry, my AC unit just turned on, so that's really cool. Yeah, Scissor's going to protect. Sylveon detects, so even better. Even better, because the Amoonguss probably goes for Spore into Scissor. Ooh, that Psychic's doing damage too. Yep, Spore into Scissor. Perfect. That's perfect. That is perfect. Because we see the Slowking has been going before the Amoonguss, so I can just Psychic Amoonguss and Bullet Punch Sylveon. He might Rage Powder. Oh, he actually just switches Amoonguss out, surprisingly enough. And in comes Kangaskhan. So Kangaskhan is the final Pokemon. So good thing we saved Hariyama. Bullet Punch is going to do a little over 50% to the Sylveon, and we're going to get a Psychic off onto the Kangaskhan as well. A special defense drop. It shouldn't end up mattering in the long run, but we're going to get another Hyper Voice off from the Sylveon. Twisted Dimensions will return to normal here, which is unfortunate. So all I'm going to do is try and Trick Room again, and I'm going to protect my Skizzy. I expect maybe Fake Out onto Scissor, and then just a Hyper Voice, so the Slowking would faint. Could actually withdraw the Sylveon, though, surprisingly enough. And in comes the Amoonguss. Kangaskhan. I think he's going to Fake Out Slowking then. Get rid of the Slowking, and then be able to deal with Scissor from there. Double Edge into Slowking. Owie. So down goes Slowking. Get some damage off. I'm just trying to think. So I have to bring in Hariyama. I think Bug Bite might be able to pick up Amoonguss from here actually. So I'm gonna Fake Out the Kangaskhan, and I'm gonna Bug Bite the Amoonguss. It might be a Protect Kangaskhan because it didn't Fake Out. Because Fake Out would have been able to pick up Slowking from there. So might be just to protect Kangaskhan, which wouldn't be great for us. But it wouldn't also be terrible. Wouldn't also... yep, protect. Oh, from Amoonguss. Okay. We can get the Fake Out off onto the Kangaskhan. Bug Bite, not going to affect the Amoonguss. I'm going to go for Stone Edge onto Amoonguss. I'm going to switch Scissor out for Tyranitar, because that's what I expect. Kangaskhan, Double Edge, Scissor, and Spore, Hariyama. Sandstream. This will help out get some chip damage off on Pokemon too. We're actually going to see Rage Powder from Amoonguss. Very good. We do see the Double Edge into where Scissor was, so now that's hitting Tyranitar. Get some chip damage off onto this Kangaskhan, and as long as Stone Edge hits, it does hit. Harap! Does it knock out? It does not, unfortunately. But we do get some Sandstorm Buffet on both these Pokemon. And that does also make it so that Amoonguss might actually get knocked out by a knockoff as well. So I'm going to knock off the the Kangaskhan. I'm going to protect my Tyranitar. Use a knockoff. I should have close combated. Withdraws the Amoonguss. Perfect. Perfect. In comes the Sylveon. Tyranitar protects. Kangaskhan should low kick Tyranitar here. Yep, and that's what he tries to do. Knock off. Might not get Kangaskhan from here, so I should have went for the close combat. Yep, sure enough. But we do get some more Sandstorm damage. Sylveon also takes that damage. Hariyama as well. Now, Hariyama might be able to take. So I'm going to knock off Kangaskhan. And I'm just going to go for Rock Slide with Tyranitar. Withdraws Kangaskhan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And he detects. He misplayed. He totally misplayed there. Rock Slide connects. He made a terrible misplay. He should have just low kicked my Tyranitar and went for Hyper Voice, because now his Mungus is gone. Take some Sandstorm damage. Not that it really matters, but yeah, I can just like Bullet Punch next turn, or I can Bullet Punch as soon as what's his nuts comes in. Scissor. As long as Sandstorm goes for him... Oh, I can just protect with Tyranitar, too. So yeah, I just close combat the Kangaskhan and protect my Tyranitar here. I'm actually going to be forfeited. 3 forfeits, boys. That one was tough, but he misplayed. He misplayed terribly with Kangaskhan. He should have, by switching Kangaskhan out, he should have just went for low kick, Hyper Voice, and... he probably would have been guaranteed the game at that point. But I think he was just trying to save his Kangaskhan from getting knocked out from Sandstorm. But yeah, the following turn I could have brought in Scissor, Bug Bited the Amoonguss, and then Bullet Punch the Sylveon. I think I would have been able to survive. So I think we still would have been able to take it, but it would have been a lot closer. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Really good return to Double Slime. This is what I need. I just needed a break. Clear my mind, get everything out, so you can come back and battle to the best of our abilities. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, if you have suggestions for this team or for future teams, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below, and leave a like if you enjoyed our return to Doubles Time. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, guys. Stay sharp, everyone.